Greek mythology has always fascinated the world. Tales of gods, monsters, and heroes passed down through centuries. But among these ancient legends, one name has stood above the rest, a warrior whose rage shook Olympus itself. His story is not just one of battles, but of pain, loss, and redemption. His name is Kratos. From the ashes of Sparta to the thrones of the gods, Kratos became more than just a man, he became a symbol of vengeance and power. His journey through blood, betrayal, and divine wrath has captured the hearts of millions around the world, especially through the legendary God of War series. But before he was a god, he was a soldier. Before the blades of chaos, there was only a man, broken by his past, haunted by his choices, and destined to challenge the very gods who created him. And today, I will take you through his lifetime. Kratos was born in Sparta, a city where only the strong survived. His very existence was a divine secret. His mother, Callisto, a mortal, bore him to Zeus, king of the Olympian gods, making Kratos a demigod with raw power coursing through him, strength beyond mortals, a sharp mind, and a will that refused to break. But Zeus's wife, Hera, enraged by her husband's affair, demanded the infant's death. Zeus spared him, leaving Kratos to endure Sparta's brutal upbringing. From childhood, he trained barefoot with a wooden spear and shield, molded into a warrior among peers cast into the wild if they faltered. Kratos didn't just survive, he excelled. He grew up alongside his younger brother, Deimos, whose strange birthmarks set him apart. The brothers were inseparable, sparring and dreaming of Spartan glory. Kratos pushed Deimos hard, but his love was fierce. That bond shattered when a prophecy reached Zeus, a marked warrior, one of his sons, would bring his downfall. Mistaking Deimos for the threat due to his marks, Zeus sent Ares and Athena to Sparta. Ares stormed in with centaurs, kidnapping Deimos to the domain of Thanatos, god of death. A young Kratos charged Ares in fury, only to be struck down, earning a scar over his eye. Athena stopped the killing, whispering regret as they vanished with Deimos. Believing his brother dead, Kratos was lied to by Callisto to shield him from more pain. In tribute, he tattooed his skin with red markings mirroring Deimos's birthmarks. A vow to never be weak against a man, Kratos rose through Spartan ranks, clad in bronze armor with an orange sigil, a simple loincloth, and metallic sandals, wielding the sword of valor. He married Lysandra, his anchor, and they had a daughter, Calliope. His conquests were relentless. Driven by ambition, Lysandra feared was more for personal glory than Sparta's honor. She urged restraint, but Kratos pressed on, visiting home between campaigns. When Calliope fell deathly ill, Spartan law deemed her weak, sentencing her to a chasm's depths. Desperate, Kratos sought ambrosia, a divine elixir, unaware it was part of a godly wager with us betting on him. Kratos later saved Calliope with help of ambrosia and earned the rank of captain. He trained a young soldier, Atreus, unrelated to his future son, who died heroically and received a full Spartan burial. Despite his ruthlessness, Kratos held a moral core, loyal to Sparta and capable of remorse. Years passed, and Kratos became a legendary general, leading Sparta to victory after victory with tactics as efficient as they were merciless. His army swept across Greece, but fate turned during a massive battle against the barbarian hordes led by Alaric, who is now seeking vengeance for his father's death. Kratos was outnumbered, with his men falling around him. Kratos cried out to Ares for aid, pledging his soul in exchange for power. Ares descended, obliterating the barbarians and binding the blades of chaos to Kratos' arms with searing chains, a permanent mark of servitude. With these weapons, Kratos decapitated Alaric, securing triumph but at the cost of his freedom. Now the Kratos became the Ghost of Sparta. His pale skin and red tattoos struck fear everywhere. Serving Ares, Kratos raided villages, spreading chaos and slaughtering innocents, even in a temple to Athena. His humanity was gone. He became a tool of war, his reputation for cruelty spreading far. In a twisted final test, Ares tricked him into a village raid where his wife and daughter had been secretly placed. Blind with rage, Kratos killed everyone, only realizing too late he had slain his own family. Ares claimed this severed his mortal ties, making him the ultimate warrior. Kratos renounced the god, but the village oracle cursed him. The ashes of his loved ones bonded to his skin, turning him ghostly white forever. After this, Kratos became so angry with the gods. Haunted by his family's death, Kratos served the Olympian gods, hoping for peace from his nightmares. 4 years, he completed their tasks, but the gods offered no peace. During a Persian invasion of Attica, Kratos crushed their forces and a towering basilisk, summoning Ifrit's flames from the Persian king's defeat. When the sun fell, plunging the world into darkness, he learned Morpheus, god of dreams, had seized power after Aelios' kidnapping by Atlas. Tasked by Athena to restore light, Kratos ventured to the temple of Aelios, guided by Eos and gaining the sun's shield. Illusions of his daughter Calliope's flute drew him to the underworld. He battled Charon on the river Styx. He acquired the gauntlet of Zeus in Tartarus. Defeating Charon, he reached Persephone's temple, where she offered reunion with Calliope in Elysium, if he surrendered his powers. Embracing his daughter, now grown in the afterlife, brought rare joy, but Persephone revealed her plot with Atlas to destroy the world using Aelios' power. Kratos rejected the illusion, slaying souls to regain strength, pushing Calliope away. He defeated Persephone in a winged battle, chaining Atlas to hold the pillar of the world. Restoring Aelios' light, Kratos later collapsed, saved by the gods but denied relief from his torment. His resentment grew. Saving the world meant nothing without peace. A decade into his service, Kratos faced the Hydra in the Aegean Sea, gaining Poseidon's rage to crush it. Athena tasked him with finding Pandora's box to kill Ares, who was ravaging Athens. Armed with Medusa's head, to turn foes to stone, and Zeus's fury, lightning bolts, Kratos fought through Athens, battling Ares' minions amid illusions of his past. In the desert of lost souls, he tamed sirens to locate Pandora's temple, chained to Kronos' back. The temple's trials were brutal. Architect Pathos' traps, spikes, blades, and flames tested his power. Kratos gained new powers, slaying undead and guardians. Retrieving the box, he returned to Athens, but Us impaled him, stealing it. Sent to the underworld, Kratos escaped with a gravedigger's help, Zeus in disguise. Reclaiming the box, he grew giant, battling Ares in a cataclysmic duel, blades clashing, illusions forcing him to relive killing his family. Empowered by the box, Kratos killed Ares, earning godhood from Athena. Yet his nightmares persisted. Attempting suicide on Olympus's cliffs, he was saved, named the new god of war, but his hatred for the gods deepened. As the god of war, Kratos sat on Olympus's throne, but the gods' refusal to erase his nightmares fueled his anger. He poured his energy into Sparta's conquests, his divine power making their armies unstoppable. This alarmed Zeus, who feared Kratos' ambition. Gaia, the Titan mother, saved him, revealing the god's deceit and urging him to seek the Sisters of Fate to alter his destiny. Kratos escaped Hades on Pegasus, battled griffins and Theseus, slamming the horsekeeper through doors to his death. On the island of creation, he faced old foes, the resurrected barbarian King Alric, Perseus, slain in a reflective duel, and Icarus, whose wings Kratos tore off. He mourned killing the last Spartan, a loyal soldier, in confusion. Gaining the head of Uriel, Golden Fleece, and Spear of Destiny, he freed Prometheus, granting him death in flames. He confronted the sisters, Lachesis, Atropos, and Clotho. Kratos battled their time-warping powers. Atropos dragged him into the past to undo his victory over Ares, but he shattered her mirrors. He slew Lachesis in the air, impaled Atropos, and crushed Clotho in her loom. Seizing fate's threads, he rewound time to his death, pulling Zeus into battle. Athena's sacrifice revealed Zeus as his father, igniting Kratos' vow to destroy Olympus. He summoned the Titans for war. The Titans' war on Olympus began, with Kratos riding on Gaia's hand. Zeus's lightning struck, and Gaia betrayed him, casting him off as a mere pawn. Falling into the underworld, Kratos lost his godly powers to the river but gained the Blades of Exile from Athena's spirit. He defeated Hades in a brutal fight, ripped out his soul with hooked claws. Freeing the Titan Thera caused volcanic chaos. Kratos met Pandora, a living key to her box, forged by Hephaestus, forming a fatherly bond. He killed Poseidon, Aelios, Hermes, and Hercules, crushing his face. Hephaestus's betrayal ended in his electrocution. Navigating the labyrinth, Kratos protected Pandora from traps. Zeus tried to stop Pandora, but she sacrificed herself to open the empty box. The final battle with Zeus raged through Olympus and Gaia's heart, which Kratos carved into. In darkness, Zeus's spirit attacked Kratos' mind, but he overpowered him to beat Zeus to death. Athena demanded Hope's power, but Kratos impaled himself, releasing it to humanity. His body vanished from a blooded cliff, hinting at survival as the Greek world collapsed. Centuries after Olympus's fall, Kratos woke up in Midgard, the Norse realm, seeking escape from his past. He met Faye, a giantess living as a mortal, whose wisdom softened his rage. They married, built a home in the wildwoods, and had a son, Atreus. Faye made her final wish before her death: scatter her ashes from the highest peak in all realms. Balder, Odin's invulnerable son, attacked their home, testing Kratos in a fight that broke the protective stave. Kratos and his son set on a journey. At the Lake of Nine, they met Jormungandr, the world serpent, who aided them. Battles included trolls, Draga, and Alfheim's dark elves. Atreus's illness revealed his godly nature, forcing Kratos to Helheim, facing visions of Zeus's death to retrieve a cure. They fought Thor's sons, Magni and Modi, with Atreus killing Modi. Balder's ambushes came to an end when Atreus's mistletoe arrow broke his invulnerability. Kratos later killed Balder to save Freya, his mother, who swore revenge. In Jotunheim, they scattered Faye's ashes, learning his son Atreus is Loki, and Faye, his late wife, foresaw their path. 3 years into Fimbulwinter, Kratos and Atreus, now grappling with his Loki identity, hiding from Freya's vengeance. Thor's arrival sparked a cataclysmic duel, cracking Yggdrasil itself. Odin offered peace, but Kratos distrusted him. Haunted by dreams of his death, Kratos sought Tuar, the Norse god of war, who is believed dead. With the help of Mimi, Brock, and Sindri, they traversed realms, freeing Svartalfheim and forging the Draupnir spear. They fought Freya's curses, allied with her against Odin, and defeated Nidhogg in Valhalla. Odin, disguised himself as Tyr, killed Brock, which resulted to war. Ragnarok saw all realms assault Asgard. Kratos defeated Thor honorably, but Odin killed him. Facing Odin, Atreus left to find giants, and Kratos once again saw a prophecy of himself as a beloved god, rebuilding the realms. After Ragnarok, Kratos discovered a door to Valhalla, a Norse trial realm. With Mimir, he entered, facing roguelike challenges, revisiting battles and upgrading boons from Greek and Norse lore. With the help of Tyr, the true guide, forced Kratos to confront his past tyranny through visions and introspective talks. Battling amplified foes and his younger, rage-filled self, Kratos acknowledged his sins but chose growth. Accepting a role on the War Council, he found redemption and peace. Freya offered alliance, and hints of future journeys, perhaps to Egypt. I hope you enjoyed this video so far. Feel free to share your thought on this video.